snacks.
Yo, 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 yo.
What's up? What's up?
What's good, Loaded Snacks Universe? Your boy Jokes is here. I got the homie Sin.
Right here, baby.
And you are now tuned into another edition of Loaded Snacks Weekly, where we get together once a week and talk about things that's happening in pop culture. And today, it's a two-man show today.
Yeah, we're down a guy, but it's all good. We got this covered, you know.
But the show must go on, so we are here because we knew you guys were going to be here, and we did not want to leave you hanging.
No, not at all.
So before we start getting into some of our topics, we each have jobs to do. Normally, that's what we do, I believe. So
pretty much. So you go ahead and do yours, and I shall begin to do mine. It works
now. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that Beacons link in there. So if you guys aren't already following us, go ahead, click the link, and you can follow us on all other platforms. Depending on where you're watching at right now, you may want to follow us on one of those other platforms. So click that link. It's going to give you everything and access to all of those pages on there for it.
Yes.
What is going on, Heather?
What up, Heather?
And Doctor Who in the building as
well.
well.
What up, Doc? So let's shout out our top tier patrons, starting with Anthony Cunningham, Marcus Houston, Susan Dortch, Tyrone Carson, Meticulous Skin, Alex Lee, and Ellis Mbaye. Thank you very much. We truly, truly appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So today's episode is going to be more video game focused than anything else.
It's definitely video game.
It's definitely video game heavy. But before we jump into those video games, Sin, we had the opportunity to, of course, see Transformers: Rise of the Beast.
We did. Spoiler Boys is available right now, up for everybody to go and see.
And I know everybody has been wanting to hear our impressions of Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Now, you're not going to get the whole thing right here. That's what Spoiler Boys is for.
Spoiler free.
This is just going to be like a quick little insight to what we thought of the movie. You guys, I know you want to hear from me because of being Beast Wars enabled.
Yeah.
But Sin, I'm going to defer to you first, and I'm going to let you.
Oh, you want me to go first?
I want you to go first.
Are you sure?
I am very positive that I want you to go first. So just a little small tidbit. We don't have to go fully into this, but what were your thoughts on Transformers: Rise of the Beast, good sir?
Super mid, bro. I might be giving it too much credit by saying that. Like, personally, like if you don't need to go see this in the theater. Wait for it to come home if you really want to see this. Don't waste your hard-earned money going to buy popcorn, drinks, spending gas to go see this. Just if you're that interested, just watch it at home. It's not worth a theater visit. Yeah, there's some issues. There are some issues. Yeah, definitely.
So you guys are gonna hear this from me. Unfortunately, I was underwhelmed. I enjoyed it, but as Sin said, there are issues, and even I have problems. And it mostly concerns my Maximals, and I'm heartbroken. But in order for you guys to truly know what those are, you're gonna have to go watch Spoiler Boys. I would say it's a fun movie. You can enjoy it, but there are issues.
There's a lot of issues.
And Sen, I'm sorry. Like I was hyping this, and I was hoping that this was going to be my Beast Wars thing for us to enjoy, and for you engaged to be able to get into, and it was
not. No, it let us down. I would say that it was a letdown.
So if you guys
sorry about your Maximals, bro. Sorry.
It's okay. I was hoping for the best, but I was let down. But
Terracons was the best. The Terracons was the best thing about the film.
So if you guys want to know in depth, if you saw it, go watch Spoiler Boys. If you haven't seen the movie, but you don't really care after hearing what we just have to say, just go ahead and watch Spoiler Boys so you can get the rest of the details on that for it.
Absolutely.
But Sin. So this week, we were in for some video game treats from the hands of
So usually this is what used to be E3 time. You know what I mean? Everybody would come together. We would, everybody would show up at E3. We don't have that no more. E3 is gone. But still, it feels right this time of year where everybody, we have Summer Games Fest, Xbox Showcase, they dropped something. Sony had their showcase. Ubisoft had theirs yesterday. Everybody,
Hey, so hold on. I got to put this up. I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you, but this is.
Thank you, Heather.
Yes.
Thank you. He took it like a champ.
Tommy was like, was it worse than the Mark Wahlberg Transformers?
No. Because I stayed awake for this one.
I believe that you would be able to sit through it and at least absorb what happens for at least what they're trying to create because of this movie. So I want to give it this thing is just say this is the stepping stone to possibly create something bigger, but I don't know just yet. But definitely I enjoyed this probably a little bit more than the Mark Wahlberg ones. Sorry, definitely. Continue, good sir, off of that topic.
But yes, this is the time of year where everybody's put out their showcase to highlight what they have coming, not only for the rest of 2023, but what we're going to be looking forward to coming in 2024. So the past weekend we had Xbox Showcase. Myself and Gage reacted to that live. Unfortunately, because of adulting, Jokes couldn't be there. Had to take care of the 9 to 5. It is what it is. But before we get into other presentations, other showcases, Jokes, I want to know, since you weren't there to watch along with us, I want to know what your impression was of the Xbox Showcase, what you took away from it. Do you think they delivered as far as what we want to see from them, what we want to hear from them, what stood out to you, what didn't? Just go ahead and give me a rundown.
Gotcha. I think you can still hear me, but my camera just decided to do something.
I can hear you, but you are just staring right now.
Okay, I think you caught up now. I don't. Okay. I think I got too much going on in the background because of what we're going to do with this. But overall, the Xbox Game Showcase, I think was an absolute success. I think they gave us a lot to digest. Like, as a matter of fact, I'm going to throw this. So in total, just to give you guys an idea, Microsoft gave us 26 games that they talked about during their stream. Some titles, there was a few that we were already familiar with, but there was a ton, and I love this part. There was a ton that we did not know about. There was a ton of world premieres. I always love when they're able, any company for that matter, are able to keep titles a secret to give us some things for us to enjoy and just to absorb. And Microsoft did a very good job at that. I think they, with titles and certain things that they talked about these titles, they tried to get in front of things from issues that happened in the past, especially with Starfield. And we'll have a conversation about Starfield because Jesus.
Yeah.
But I think overall, I'm excited for damn near everything that Microsoft had to bring to the table. The best part about I got it. Out of those 26 titles that they talked about, 18 of them are in Game Pass. So whenever they release day one, you will be able to play all of these titles if you're a part of Game Pass. And I think that is an absolute amazing thing. I don't think Microsoft disappointed at all. First party stuff, third party stuff. There was a lot of partnerships that were involved in them. We saw with Ubisoft, Capcom, they had their own things as well too, and they kind of elaborated on some more of those titles that were involved in it. But overall, I think Microsoft did a very good job at presenting what they needed to present for it.
I agree 100%. I think they knocked it out the park. Everything they showed, I was intrigued in some way or form with it. And also today, since we're talking about the Xbox Showcase, they did an extended showcase today, 90 minutes, just going back to some of the stuff they showed, giving more details about it. Like, for instance, 33 Immortals. Phil and a couple of guys from 33 Immortals, they had to set up to do the whole 33 people playing at one time. And Phil was getting whooped. It was so funny. But it was good to see the actual gameplay, them playing it, showing where people were on the map and everything. So I think that's going to be like like I said, Game Pass day one. That's gonna be great. I really want us to get in with 33 people to try this thing out and just see how it holds up.
Hey, listen, 33 Immortals is gonna be. If we could somehow, I'm pretty sure we could get 33 people to get in this time. It's just a matter of timing with everybody and being on at the same time. That may be like a middle of the night type of thing where possibly like everybody's like off and just home.
Something, but we'll figure it out. Or maybe attempt it for if it comes out by Extra Life or something like that. We'll attempt to try it. Yeah. But I know you played Hi-Fi Rush. Did you enjoy Hi-Fi Rush?
Hi-Fi Rush is cool.
Okay.
Very beat oriented. I like that. Like I like that type of stuff. I guess just from playing, being a musician. So that was pretty cool.
Okay, because they got a new arcade challenge mode getting ready to drop in July 3rd. That I didn't play Hi-Fi Rush, but 2 new modes look cool. There's a bunch of new stuff to unlock in it. So people who enjoyed that, I think they'll really like what they're doing with that, with this new DLC coming out. Didn't see this coming. Phasmophobia is coming to the Xbox.
I was finna message you when I saw that.
Hey, look, as the trailer's going and they're building up, and I'm like, this better not be what I think it is. It is showing up. It is Phasmophobia. It's a bunch of stuff coming over with it. Like it's going to be 4-player co-op, like 10 different maps, I think 20 something different type of specters or ghosts. There's no chance in hell you cannot pay me enough to ever play that game again. It's not happening. Y'all can enjoy it.
We can play it together.
I don't give a no, not happening, bro. That one time, I'm done. I couldn't get past the tutorial. I'm done. It's not happening. It is what it is.
You did it for the kids.
That was the last time I'll do it for the kids. But I thought this was a good win for Xbox. I know it's big on PC, so that's dope. I'm pretty sure you'll see a resurgence of people playing it once it finally comes out. It just said, like, they didn't give a date, just early access 2023. That was all it said, yeah. Other than that, I thought it was cool. They dug into Hellblade 2 a little bit as far as the performance capture that they're doing with all these cameras they added, this new space they got so they can do some bigger things they're trying to do. Like it really looked dope what they're doing with Hellblade, and I'm more on the train that they're going to be a Game of the Year contender. That was dope. What games stuck out to you during the showcase?
Woo! Let me go to my list because it's
a big list.
It's a big list. I was happy that we got some more from Fable, even though it still does not have a date.
Nope, but we got something. And so I have more questions. Like I need to know more about what do you do? What is Playground doing with Fable? I'm glad we got a trailer. I just need more now. I need to understand what I'm playing.
Clockwork Revolution. Now, definitely Doctor Who. I was going South of Midnight.
That trailer was amazing to me. I now want to see some gameplay. I'm locked in on
some gameplay. The music, the whole setting up, it was a cool setup. I just need more from that. Clockwork Revolution is one of those that popped up on there that I feel like maybe
they closed it out with that.
It closed it with it. It's not my typical cup of tea, but I kind of like the interesting concept behind it. It's the time. I think that's for me. It's that time aspect. It seems like you're able to go back. You can change things, but when you come into your present time that you're trying to fix or whatever, you completely break and shatter. So
you're being Barry Allen, pretty much.
You're being very Barry Allen, and maybe that's what I liked about it. But that was pretty cool. I typically don't play Forza, but Jesus, Forza looked absolutely beautiful.
They always do.
They always do. Star Wars Outlaws. Now, we've known for some time now that Ubisoft was working on the Star Wars title, but we had no idea what we were going to be getting from it. I know they talked about being like something similar to like The Division or something like that, but after seeing the trailer and then also going back and watch some of the gameplay on there, and we'll show you. We got a couple trailers lined up that we're going to show with you guys as well too. Star Wars Outlaws looks really good. As far as I can tell, it's just a single player campaign type thing, similar to that of the Jedi series that's currently out right now. They didn't get too into deep to talk about it, but it looks like that's what it's going to be.
Third person, open world. Mm-hmm.
It looks amazing. One thing I did like just from seeing the gameplay, it has a reputation system. So as being an outlaw, I'm sure you're going to have to align yourself. You have to find people that you can work with on things. Just as the trailer kicked off, you see our main protagonist that they stole something from somewhere, and they were talking to the person that they were working with. Was like, yeah, I think they'll forgive me for what I did. And after you steal this item, you get a reputation thing that pops up and just like, yeah, your reputation with them fell. So I think that's going to be pretty cool to see how that actually plays into the overall gameplay of it.
I like that this one has a female lead. I like it.
Female lead
with her little pet cohort, to help with stuff. Like I'm really digging that.
I believe it is set between Return of the Jedi and Empire Strike Back, if I'm not mistaken. I think they did specifically give it a time frame of when it takes place during the whole entire Star Wars timeline. So it still seems like we're still trying to play in that. They don't, other than the Imperials and seeing stormtroopers and TIE fighters, you do get to pilot a ship and you can fly and take on TIE fighters and do all that. Very No Man's Sky, even some Starfield elements from like what we've seen, being able to take off from the planet and just go directly into space and just jump into it. That looked really clean. I think Ubisoft, if they can get the title out kind of bug free in the beginning, this could be very, very clean right off the break. Those are just a couple for me. You know what? Since we're talking about Star Wars, I'll go ahead and just share that trailer right quick.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's run it.
Since we're talking about it, and then we can jump into it, because I feel like a couple of the other titles we'll talk about are going to be on one of our actual lists as well too. Pretty sure the audio's on. We'll know in a second. Let me know if you can hear this when it comes on.
These are dangerous times. At least that's what I hear. The Empire? They're everywhere. But the world here belongs to the syndicates. If I want to survive, I have to play their game. Looks like I'm all in.
She's in here somewhere.
On second thought, I'm out.
There she is.
Run, girl.
I've been held back my whole life. And now, I just need a chance to finally be free. Wherever that takes me.
I'm here to offer you a way out, Kay?
Get off my ship, Jalen.
Give me a chance. You're gonna have to trust me. It'll be dangerous, risky. But if you pull this off, you'll never look over your shoulder again.
The underworld shows no mercy. But it's a big galaxy out there, and I'm gonna risk it all.
Star Wars Outlaws, coming 2024.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
But it was clean. I highly recommend too. Some of these trailers we're going to show, two things. One, the majority of them are in 4K. If you guys have the ability to go watch these things in 4K, do that because they all look
Treat
beautiful.
yourself. Yeah.
Two, if you have sound surround 7.1, some of these things audios are absolutely insane as well too. You may need to just put on a headset and listen to them,
Hey, look,
especially like Sinuous Sacrifice.
Look, when we were
Hellblade?
watching that thing live and it started doing the whole talking thing, I was sitting here with goosebumps like, this is incredible. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing.
Before we continue with the game conversation, I have to put this up.
Who's that?
I say I'm here for that Transformers goodness. Seen it 3 times.
Oh, you
Just
bugging.
saw Flash again for the second time.
you bugging.
Hey, listen.
But hey, it is what it is.
The Transformers zone is it's I can say it's okay. That's about it.
If you enjoyed yourself, I'm happy for you, man.
I'm happy for you as well too. I saw the Flash as well too. I definitely enjoyed Flash way more than I enjoyed Transformers. And the version of Flash that I saw is still not even the finished version of it. So we'll see that later in the week. But yeah, Star Wars, definitely I really like what I saw. I got a couple trailers, but Sin, what were a couple titles that stood out to you during the whole entire presentation?
Everything by Atlas. I was so glad we're getting a Persona 3 remake. So excited about that. We got a Like a Dragon trailer, Infinite Wealth. Of course, I'm excited because it looks like they're in Hawaii to at least start the game off. I know there'll be multiple locations. I've been playing these games forever, but I'm super like I was telling Gage, between Infinite Wealth and The Man with No Name. I think I'm saying the name of that title correctly. The other Yakuza, Like a Dragon Now game coming out. For fans, these are very big titles for us just because 6 was supposed to be the end of Kiryu's story. But I guess because of his popularity, they're bringing him back in his own game that takes place in between where he ended at in, I think, Song of Life and where Yakuza Like a Dragon starts. And then this new one, Infinite Wealth, they're going to be dual protagonists in it. So how they ended his story and everything and why he's coming back, there's so many answers I have questions about that I'm super excited for. Payday 3. Oh my gosh. Jokes, you need to get your co-op skills together, bro.
Dude, I'm game for this. Come on, I'm game for this.
Because we got art galleries and banks to rob, my guy. Like, that is going to be such a huge thing and a huge problem when it comes out. I cannot wait for Payday 3. Payday 2 is a lot of fun. Star Wars is a given. That was just, amazing. There was a lot of stuff. Those might have been the ones that stood out the most just for me personally overall. But like I said, I really enjoyed everything that they had to offer. They even showed some horror game. Was it something about the deep with an oil rig out in the middle of the water? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Gage was excited about that. Yeah, I'm not going nowhere near that one except for poll. Y'all can stream it. I might tune in, maybe. I'll at least leave the screen on and act like I'm there just so you get the views.
Act like you're there, so you don't be there sometimes when the stream is on.
No. When something like that's playing, no, I'll put it on to support, but I'll be in another room, something like that. But no, those are the ones that stick out to me that I like the most. But I'm ready to get into another trailer if you got something else to put up.
I do. It was one that we haven't even talked about yet. This game actually just looks, colors and all that look really good on here. Hold on.
I think I know the one you're talking about. I think it's what we thought was Onimusha. Yeah.
Right on the money.
Yeah.
Where we
at? Hey, Capcom, when can bring back that?
Hey, if they bring that back. Maybe just a little bit.
sir. Yeah. I'm here for it, Path of the Goddess.
Dog, it looks, it's gorgeous. Like the colors, everything.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
Of course, it's Game Pass. So you got Game Pass. You in there. You in there.
It's crazy. Like you have all these weird looking, disturbing creatures in it, but it's so colorful and bright and it just looks incredible. Looks absolutely incredible.
So that's one of those that we had no idea about. We didn't know. So hey, I liked it. That's going to be real interesting. Now let's go ahead and go into the big title that got its own. It got its own thing.
Oh, I mean, just a little just a small little game by the name of Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield had its own segment that was specifically for it. It was almost an hour. It was probably about 50 minutes. I'm gonna show the latest trailer that has some gameplay in there.
Okay.
And then we can kind of talk about a little bit of the things that we heard from it.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
Because this is going to be just everything that goes out.
Oh, when Starfield comes out,
Humanity has always hunted
I don't think
for
anything else
in the unknown.
It's getting touched. Yeah.
It's getting touched. Yeah, Dr. Who said it better. The game
The
that never
wonder
ends.
is-
No,
Mhm.
Not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it. We're all here because we're committed to the biggest question of all. What's out there? You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family.
We do not fully understand all that is at work here.
No finer group in the stars to be unraveling this mystery.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
Grab jump is ready. I love this part.
These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Human settlements throughout the galaxy could be at risk.
We are not stopping. Whatever lies at the end of this road will change humanity forever. This is where we belong.
The best
Mark
part
your
about it,
calendars.
release date. Well, actually, you probably need to mark that whole week because
Pretty much, yeah. Like I'm gonna need a couple days off to just get that initial itch out of my system.
but we got a whole Starfield direct, and they took a good 50 minutes to just talk about and break down this game.
Mhm.
And geez, I don't even know where to start. First thing, we did know that It's massive. The universe, the galaxy is massive. We knew there was going to be ridiculous amounts of planets, but they've confirmed that there's well over 1,000 planets that you're going to be able to go into this game, explore, settle on the planet, create like your own living area. You'll be able to look for materials, like I don't know what you want to say, like for you to live there. So I know resources, the whole nine for it. The fighting mechanics, I know they somebody said like, it's kind of like an Apex feel when I first heard that, but when I looked at this, I was like, I don't know necessarily about Apex, but it looks clean.
It does.
It doesn't. I didn't see a misstep when they were doing the gameplay of this. One thing I thought was real cool. You're of course going to be able to build your own ship, and you will be able to customize this ship to the T.
Yeah.
Which is after because you're going to be in the majority of this game. You'll be on the ship when you're not, of course, on planets searching for resources and doing those type of things.
Yeah. Your ship is your home base, pretty much of operations, something like that. And you can I know the planets are
this isn't a game if you can't win. This is an experience that lasts forever. I'm not gonna lie, that's facts. Because when you see it, as we watch this, I don't know how, other than the fact that I'm sure there's a story in there. Yeah. At some point, you'll have like that main part of the story that you'll just complete, and then you'll just be able to.
Just think of it like any Elder Scrolls or any Fallout. There's the main core story that you can follow and complete, but there's so many hidden missions, hidden side stories that are just as in depth as the main mission that take you all over the places. So there's going to be plenty to do for hours upon hours, if not more. From the crafting aspects to all the different stories, to the relationships you can build, to all the secret things they're going to have hidden in there that you can find, all different factions that you can join a part of and build up your ranks within the factions. Like, just think of what they've done with, like I said, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, of all these years, how they've grown. And now it's this turn to take everything they've learned from all of those and do it in a brand new space opera kind of setting that is going to be absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah. I like how gravity affects when you shoot stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you'll get some kickback and you'll float back, in certain gravities and stuff like that. Like, little details like that is just so amazing. Yes, hype level is through the roof for this. I just hope that they deliver, especially on opening day, because we know we'll have bugs and glitches opening day. It is what it is, but
I don't know. I think after when Microsoft acquired Bethesda and knew that they were this was the working, and they decided to push that game back after seeing it, I think we're going to be we'll be in a very stable place when this title drops.
I'm hoping that's where my hope is. I hope I'm wrong. I just know what it has been in the past. With Microsoft, in here now, and actually, especially after having that everything with Redfall, you know what I mean? Yeah. Hopefully, when this game comes out, it'll be solid off the break.
And a lot of things, Phil Smith actually also did. They did talk about, so the game, at least I know I'm pretty sure on all consoles, it's going to be locked to 30 frames. Yeah, because I know that was a big thing when I know Redfall, as a matter of fact, it was said that it was going to be 60 frames, but that 60 frames was only on PC, but on console it was locked to 30. So they weren't very clear about that. With this, they were very straightforward and clear that this game was going to be locked at 30 frames. They even did a funny and showed off a gigantic pile of sandwiches. It was the funniest.
Yeah, the lady was hoarding sandwiches. Yeah,
to show off the 30 frame, like it was cool.
Tell you what else is dope: the fact that the worlds are procedurally generated, but like the story stuff is like still like in its own, like that doesn't get messed with. You go to a planet. So what I'm getting to is what's going to be amazing, especially like when we come off there like a first initial weekend and we come back to weekly to talk about our experiences, even though we're probably playing the exact same storylines, how they end up being so different. Yeah, well, my story ended up on a planet with this happening, even though you were doing the same story, whatever, and maybe the elements on there was making mine more difficult than it was on yours. Like coming back with all these stories of how our game is progressing is going to be absolutely incredible. Absolutely.
Yeah. So as of right now, what they have shown for Starfield did not fall flat at all. And Starfield right now is shaping up, probably looking at being probably the best game of the year. If this game can go off without a hitch just in the end of it, Starfield has that potential right now of being the game of the year. Just hearing the detailed explanations, the fact they took the time, which don't get me wrong, they do that with a lot of these games, but just because of the sheer amount of stuff and things that you can do within this game, it needed a whole full hour to really start. And we know that's just the tip of the iceberg. We know there's still things that they haven't been
when it comes to these games,
that you're going to be able to explore and find on your own. I am all for it. It's Game Pass, obviously. So if you got Game Pass, you can get in day one.
Pre-install. Don't even wait. Just have it preloaded and ready to go.
Mine's already pre-installed. They let you do it right now. But if you do get one of the upper versions, there is a deluxe version and there's a collector's edition version of the game. They are doing 5-day early access. So September 1st.
That's the reason why I'm thinking I might not take advantage of Game Pass and just go ahead and buy like the collector's edition, because that 5-day early access
is clutch. Now, it's got to be digital. They got to figure out some way to do that, because the collector's edition is actually kind of cool. Now, one thing we did not talk about as much, because in any type of games, you always have some sort of a trinket or something that like your menus and things revolve around. Well, in Starfield, it's a watch. That you're going to be able to kind of go in and do certain things and adjust to do all that. Nice try.
Whatever.
But
I knew he was going to see it, like he's looking dead at me.
But the collector's edition version of the game, they're actually making a physical version of that watch that they're actually going to have in the game. And this is not like a cheap little go to Walmart and buy a watch. Like, this is like a G-Shock type of watch that you can get, because I think it actually has like a compass and a couple other things built into it. I got to get the rest of the details from it. The case itself, like the case is in the game, like how this is presented to you is the exact way that they're going to sell it. Now I will tell you, the collector's edition is going to set you back a few bones. It's $299. So if you want that watch, you're going to spend a little bit of money.
That's a console, brother. I'm just saying. Even though I really want that watch in that case. I really do.
I don't know. I don't know yet. If anything, I definitely know I'm at least going to upgrade and get the deluxe one that's in the middle to get the early access and like whatever additional. Definitely going to get that. But as of right now, Starfield, it's looking like it is not going to disappoint, and we should have. I have a feeling once we get in Starfield, there's nothing else that's going to get played. So whatever, Sin, I think you said it best the other day. Whatever you have planned to have played, you need to have it done, or just your plan not to go back to it when September 1st or 6th, depending on which version of the game you get.
Make sure before then, have your stuff cleaned out. Whatever games you're working on, make sure they're cleaned out. Don't start nothing new a week before. Don't do that. Don't do it to yourself. Don't just clear out your catalogs and just get ready for September 6th.
Because it's going to take over. Not to mention, you're probably going to need to clear out some storage space, because this game is sounding like it's going to be massive.
I'm just going to have to buy a new hard drive when it comes out. I'm just going to have to.
Thinking about just getting that 2 terabyte.
I need it. I need
expansion and plugging it back in the console.
Right, I need it.
And you know what? Before I show, I'm just going to show everyone like all the games they talk about while we're on the talk about consoles.
Yeah. Xbox did drop something else on us.
They did give us a little something else. Now, by all means, it ain't Series X Pro or something along the lines of that.
No, but
we do have a new version of the Series S, same hardware, with the difference of it is now there's a carbon black, and folks wanted a bigger storage capacity for it. They're putting in 1 terabyte into the Series S. It will be $349, which honestly is only $50 more than the current Series S. So still a good way to get into the series consoles.
I want one. just to keep in here. I want one.
I'm thinking that is probably going to be my replacement for. I have my Series X in my room, and I have the One X on the living room TV. This is probably going to be the replacement for that. Just sheerly the One X, like I'm starting to see the performance start to slow down a little bit on there. So this is probably going to be the replacement.
My One X is pretty much a DVD player right now for the most part. It's just what I use for Plex.
It's just used. Yep, it's used for streaming services and stuff downstairs. But this is it was a nice little addition. Definitely the storage space, because I know 512 right now. Like even though you can buy the expansion card and plug into the back of it, 512 is nothing. Especially if you play Call of Duty, that's
Destiny.
Half Call of Duty and Destiny that's your drive.
Yeah,
that honestly is almost like your entire drive. So I think that was a good addition of throwing in the terabyte into it. Obviously, if you don't have an Xbox, that's probably going to be a good way to get you into the family for it. Otherwise, just get yourself Game Pass Ultimate and get on PC one way or the other.
Yeah, I would like to have one in here because I get tired of moving the big old series between in here and back out to the big TV. It just gets annoying. So having something to sit in here to stream it that's perfect.
Perfect on there for it. But overall, that was all of Microsoft's what they had to do for it. So I'll just throw this up right quick. So, but these were all the titles that they talked about during the stream. Obviously, some titles aren't new. They're just going to be some DLC like Cyberpunk and Fallout on there. But outside of honestly those, Sea of Thieves, I say Flight Simulator, even though this is actually a new Flight Simulator for 2024. Everything else is practically in Forza. Everything else is practically brand new. So definitely a good solid thing to look out for. Obviously, some of these titles we are getting this year. A lot of them had 2024 on there for it. So we have a lot to look forward to in the new year. And I mean, there's still obviously we'll get more announcements probably throughout the year. Game Awards, we still have other things that are coming. Like, so don't be surprised, because like even some of my predictions, I was for sure maybe Gear 6 was going to show up. That didn't show up. So
no Perfect Dark.
So none of those titles that from the previous year announcements, some of those are still absent.
Yeah.
Which is still a little concerning, but in its presence, we still got a lot of other titles, a lot of third-party ones, but still a lot of first-party Xbox Studio ones that they had come through. So very exciting stuff. I just at this point, it's just a matter of I'm gonna have to delete a lot of stuff. Start preparing.
Get a bigger hard drive. That's what I got to do.
But
just got to bite the bullet. Just go get a bigger hard drive
and just do it.
Yeah.
But that was Microsoft Xbox's game showcase and the Starfield Direct. Overall, like we said, excellent presentation that they brought through. Lots of stuff. I would say go ahead, watch some of those other trailers. If you got 4K, play them in 4K because they look absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I think before we shut it down, while we're still on some video game topics, Sin, how you enjoying Diablo?
Dog, where do you think I'm headed once we shut this down? I'm going back to the Nightmare Tier 3, bro. I just got here and I've been dead focused on getting here. Now I'm here and I can start having real fun with the game, really start working on my build. Dog, the game is cracked. We have a Lotus Snacks clan too. Join the clan. We out here, we out here, trying to make it happen. But no, the game is cracked 100%. Yourself?
Yeah, we've been hooked on Diablo. I can't put it down. Yeah.
Level 51. Let's go.
I'm 50. I beat I beat one of the world bosses earlier today before going to work.
Did not. Got mollywopped when we tried the other day. That did not happen, sir. But I want some payback. I want to get at least one under my belt, and I feel happy.
That was a fun time. So definitely we'll get back into some Diablo. Sin, I don't know if you had the opportunity to. I got a chance to play the demo for Final Fantasy 16.
Well, I plan on just buying that regardless. So,
oh no, Final Fantasy is one of those that it gets cut regardless. But Sin, that demo is
it's fire.
pretty damn good.
Okay.
It's different. So obviously you play as the main character, but it doesn't seem like, as of right now, you don't have any control over like your party. So like you control your character. I like the real-time combat that they're using for Final Fantasy 16. It's all in real time. It's not turn-based. Pretty clean. I know you can, like, with your party around, you'll be able to like put on certain armor and things to like level them up. But it seems like for the most part of it, you're only going to be playing as a single individual. Now you can go between characters. I went between the main character and his brother in the beginning of the game. Dude's brother's like, he can't be no older than like 10 or 11. I don't know. He's young. This dude is a magic wielder, and he is
a beast.
He is serious.
Okay.
But this joint is definitely the first time they've done it, it's rated mature. Oh yes, this is a mature title. So
okay.
Oh yes. Oh boy. F-bombs galore.
Let's go.
I wasn't quite expecting that, but without spoiling, like somebody was getting ready to get crushed by a massive boulder, and the first thing that came out was like, oh,
hey, he hit the MJF.
It is definitely mature rated, but that demo is really solid. It only gives you play through like the first chapter of the game, but the cool part is it actually transfers into the full version of the game. So whatever, if you go through it and you play it, you will continue the story once you start playing the full game for it. So I thought that was a good little add-in.
Okay.
And then after you play it, it unlocks a separate mode in there that gives you, it's going to give you a gameplay experience from about, I think they said it was like 4 to 5 hours in. So you get a lot more of abilities and things that you can rock with.
Yeah.
That was pretty solid.
Okay, so what carries over to the game?
That just chapter 1, just that chapter 1 progression. So you beat the demo, it'll go with you. But once you beat the demo, you can't go back unless you start it new and just do it all over again. So it's one of those, you get in, you play it, enjoy it, experience it, and then just continue if you decide to when the full game comes out.
Okay. Before we do get ready to shut it down, I want to run down what Ubisoft had yesterday at their showcase. Showed a lot of stuff. So I kind of wrote it all down. They started with Just Dance.
Of course.
Right. People dancing, announced a new one. Right. New Just Dance coming. We figured as much. Easy. Then they followed it up with Avatar Frontiers of Pandora and a release date December 7th this year. First person, open world within the world of Avatar. But the story is like, it takes place within the same world as the movies. It's not, I don't know, you might run into some of the characters there, not really sure, but it definitely takes place within that same world, that same time, I believe, when things are happening. But it looks like Avatar. I'm not sold just yet because I enjoy the movies. I'm not like a super fan or whatever, but it looks good. You can fly. You can ride the horses and all that kind of stuff. You can fly with the little bird thing in the air and attack the humans. You know, looks decent. X-Defiant, which is that's the Tom Clancy kind of Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell, Rainbow Six. Open beta coming June 21st through 23rd with a summer release date right after that. They didn't give an actual hard date. It said summer.
Dig it.
Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, January 18th, 2024. Side scrolling. Looks pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. It looks pretty dope. Then we got something interesting. From the creators of Castlevania, the anime. They're doing another anime, Captain Laserhawk Blood Dragon Remix anime, coming in 2023 on Netflix. It looks insane. I will just leave it at that. You can go see the teaser trailer for yourself. It looks insane, but hey, it's anime, so I'm down to check it out. The Division's Resurgent mobile game is coming out fall 2023. They showed some gameplay of that. Mobile game, yeah, but you'll get a kick out of this one. Skull and Bones. Closed beta.
They actually talked about Skull and Bones?
They did. They're having another beta. on August 25th. Another beta. Like, are we ever gonna get this thing? Yeah, it's.
I don't even know if you call it a beta anymore. I mean, how many betas have we?
They've had a lot, but when I saw it come on screen, I was like, okay, we're getting some Scarlet Bows. No, this is another beta. Like, just put that dog out of his misery at this point. We're getting Rayman DLC for Mario and the Rabbids coming later this year. They didn't give an actual date. They said later 2023. The Crew Motorfest, new game coming out this September 14th this year. Just off of what they showed, I don't like what I'm seeing. Here's the thing: the Crew selling point is you drive around the entire U.S. Right? That's the selling point of it. That's what makes it different from everything else. They've taken that out. It's going to take place in Hawaii, and it's a festival. Where have I heard this before?
It's Forza Horizon.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm not happy with that direction they're going. It's like, y'all, you're just ripping off Forza Horizon. So I need to see what makes it different than that. And for me, that was driving around the U.S. And since it's not there no more, you're going to have to sell this to me. We got a bunch of Assassin's Creed stuff. Assassin's Creed Nexus for MetaQuest.
Mm-hmm.
Assassin's Creed Codename Jade. They're opening the beta registration, so you can play the mobile game. They show some gameplay of that. Assassin's Creed Mirage, October 12th. Gameplay. If you haven't seen the gameplay yet of Star Wars Outlaws that we talked about earlier, they have a whole 10-minute gameplay video. It is incredible. Go see it for yourself. And that's how they close the store. Close the presentation. Overall, I thought it was cool. Thought it was solid. The gameplay for Outlaws is what I was waiting for the entire time. So I knew they was going to close out the show with it. That was dope. Like I said, The Crew, not feeling that. Prince of Persia has my interest. Avatar, I mean, I'm on the fence. I just got to see more. You know what I mean? I mean, it looks good. Like I said, it looks just like Avatar.
All I know is I hope that game isn't based to go so much for the movies, because the next two installments just got yeeted into oblivion. So so I don't know.
Scary, but I mean, we'll see what happens later down the line. But yeah, overall, I thought it was okay. Those are the things that stuck out to me the most for the Ubisoft presentation. But yeah, that's pretty much it for them. So I know we're about to wind it down and get out of here, but jokes, we have a slew of stuff going on this weekend. That is ridiculous, and somehow we're going to pull it all out. We're going to pull it all off. Okay. We have Awesome Con.
Start from Thursday. Let's start from Thursday. Work our way through.
Start there.
Yeah.
Thursday. We have The Flash that we're all going to see, so expect a spoiler boys for that to drop on Monday.
We're going to get it done somehow.
Somehow we're going to get it done this week with everything going on. But you will get a Flash spoiler boys on Monday. Jokes will have that uploaded to you, and we will figure out how to record it before then. But expect that. Also,
what's good, BP?
What up, BP? Also, as far as anime is concerned, we have that, BP.
We will too.
As far as anime concerned, Thursday, Thriller Park, Kaiji, the Ultimate Survivor is what we are watching right now. We watched episodes 1 through 5 last week. I think it's safe to say we all enjoyed it.
That was good.
Yeah, the most intense game of rock, paper, scissors ever. So this week, you can join us at 9 o'clock. We'll be doing episodes 6 through 10. Also, the Black Clover movie drops this Friday.
Woo!
Yeah, exactly. The hype level is real. So looking forward to it. It comes out on Netflix. So I'll figure out.
Better drop in the morning, because as long as you drop in the morning, it's getting watched before we get to Awesome Con.
Oh, you're going to watch it before then? I'll reach out to the group and see if people want to do a watch party or something like that. Maybe we can watch it Saturday night. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it's getting watched regardless.
I don't think it's going to get watched Saturday night, because Saturday night Awesome Con is packed too, from my understanding.
Well, not only that. Isn't something with wrestling happening on Saturday?
Jesus Christ.
You forgot about that.
Oh, man. AEW Collision.
Brand new show.
Oh, my God. I'm going to somehow watch that, but I have my phone, so that'll get watched on the phone some way, in shape, or form. But but like you said, Awesome Con, all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to be there all 3 days as usual. If you see us, please say something. Say what's up. Say hey. Tag alongside of it. I know we got some things already sort of lined up, ready to go. We got some other plans that we're putting in place. It's going to be a busy weekend. We don't have a panel this year, but somehow
we'll be doing our usual run and gun kind of thing. We'll be doing that.
We end up in the middle. We know there's some panels that we're going to go to because we got some friends that are actually running some panels, so we're going to try to get into those. Try to make the cosplay contest. Somehow we always manage to hit a lot of these things and then still miss awesome stuff.
Miss a lot, yeah.
We're going to try not to do that, but it is what it is because of all the stuff that we hit. But it's the 10th anniversary, big milestone. Awesome Con's doing it up with all the guests that they're having on there. So I anticipate this weekend is going to be very, very fun.
Yeah, it is, and I'm looking forward to it. So if you see us there, of course, say hi. Let's take some pictures. Hey, if you picked up our Pride shirts, wear the merch out there. Represent. Let people see the shirt. And I hope to see you out there. We're gonna have a good time. We hope you all have a good time. Anything else to add, Jokes?
I think that's about it. I know me and you, if we're gonna need all some details on some little fun games that we're gonna have between one another when we get to the con. It sounds like some fun stuff that's gonna be there. But I think that hits all of it.
All right. So why don't you take us out with what you got to say?
Oh no! First things first. I'm gonna do my job.
You know what? You're correct. We do have.
I'm gonna do my job.
So,
and I'm gonna throw the biggest link in the chat, and so everyone can click on that link. If you haven't followed us everywhere, that is your key and easy access. One, get to the Discord so you can join us for anime chat when we do Thriller Park in there. It'll give you the links to everywhere, wrestling chat, everything will be inside of there. The merch store, click on it, you'll find it there for it.
All right, so let's shout out our top tier pages before we get out of here, starting with Anthony Cunningham, Marcus Houston, Susan Dortch, Tyrone Carson, Meticulous Skin, Alex Lee, and Ellis Mbe. Thank you very much. We truly, truly appreciate it.
Appreciate the love, Heather. We're going to go ahead and get out here, and we're going to go back. I can't breathe. And I need you to breathe because we need to get back into Diablo and slay some demons and stuff.
Hey, look, don't worry. I don't need to talk to slay demons.
So get yourself together. But in the meantime, remember, y'all, just because you have a well thought out plan doesn't make it a good idea. And with that, we're out. We will catch you later.
Deuces.
Loading snacks.